give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles that rule well. Salutations to the brothers in the four corners of the earth, which in truth and sincerity. Your brother them got a lesson.
Shalom, shalom. Yeah, double honors to the apostles. Again, Shalom, Yasharala. I'm here to do the works again. Can you bring me Jeremiah 28 and 8? As I'm saying, that's not the topic, but it's hit on. It's very
quick insultation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, out here again, gotta come out here and preach, every week. Yeah.
Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before thee and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and evil of pestilence.
Right, of evil, pestilence. So we come out here with various topics. Okay, so that's why I wanted to bring that out, because it kind of elaborates better than how I could have said it. So we come out here, we try to follow the prophets' footsteps before us. Not just of the ancient times, but the prophets that we have alive today that we can actually see. Like Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Aryambab. So we try to follow in their footsteps and bring you guys, different lessons every time we come out here. But really, all the lessons come from the Bible. We might go over the same stuff, but for your edification, right?
You got to preach that. Revelation 10, verse 11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
How we prophesy against many nations and kings is also, it's not just one camp that's doing it, it's because we're in multiple countries. We're in multiple countries, multiple states. So we are prophesying amongst many nations. We're also able to do that using the internet. That the scripture in Psalms, you don't got to bring it out. It talks about that unicorn, right, which is a satellite. So the internet that we have today is a good, also an evil thing, but we try to use it for the good because we can publish our videos, and also you can find various, you can use the Bible off your phone. You can use the Bible. You can find GNT. You can find documentaries. You can even read books off of your tablet or your phone. So we try to use it for our edification, just like how I'm using it right now.
Yeah, because we was prophesied before kings, many nations, and tongues. That's why there's brothers waking up all over the world, like Netherlands, Germany, London, Trinidad, Guyana. Even though Trinidad speak English, some of those people you can't hardly understand because of their slang out there. So the Most High resurrected, a Trinidad camp, so they could understand the prophets.
That's right.
You understand?
That is right. Yeah, and you also you can translate languages. Like you want to read the Bible in Spanish, you can just look it up. Bible in Spanish, Bible in Greek, Latin. It's in all different languages, and that's why the Lord He gave that word out to translate the Bible, because there was probably a point in time where everyone was speaking Hebrew, but that confusion in what Genesis 9 talks about the Tower of Babel, how everybody didn't understand each other. That's when there's different languages took place, and the Bible had to be translated so different languages can understand His word. When you say this word is for everybody, I don't really mean everybody. They read the scriptures, they think it means for everybody. We talk about Gentiles, right? You got brothers speaking different languages. Brothers, they can't understand English. So how you going to prophesy to them? How you going to read the Bible to them? They don't even know what you're saying. So that's why the Lord had to make sure the Bible was translated. And when people read that or hear that, they're like, oh, well, how I know the Bible's right when it was changed so many different times? No, the Bible was translated to different languages so we can understand it. Right? Yep. If you cut it off in the beginning, I don't want it to keep going.
Yeah.
Still good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
4 minutes right now.
Okay. Should be good then. Alright, yeah, so today's lesson is the 7 deadly sins. This is inspired because I was talking to my parents yesterday about pride. We talked about it this morning, and pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. So I'm going to read the different sins. The first one is pride. It means a self-reliant contempt for the need for God. Yeah, pride honestly is kind of like, you kind of become the Antichrist when you have pride, right? Because you feel like you can do anything on your own power. You feel like you don't need anyone. You feel like you're better than everyone else, right? That's why Galatians 6:3 is saying, the man thinks himself to be something when he's nothing. He deceives himself. And we watch like Marvel and stuff. Like a good Marvel character I can think of that has pride is like Doctor Doom or Lex Luthor. Every time they're close to achieving their goals, they end up failing, not because they aren't intelligent enough to achieve those goals, it's because their arrogance gets in the way. Same thing with Tony Stark. Like he's usually, a hero, but in certain comics where his pride gets in his way and he goes too far. He feels himself to be God. And it says that Psalm 14:1, it says they say there is no God. So that's right now in our society, that race would be I don't want to get flagged, but y'all know what race we're talking about, right? The Palestinian race, right? So they naturally have this pride about them, feel like they can do anything that their mind, that's in their mind, And that's why our government is so wicked, because America think that it's above every other country in this world. That's why it spreads its philosophy. It spreads its wine of fornication. That's why you got to learn English to be a pilot. That's why English is the worldwide language, right? Anyone that wants to succeed, they most likely got to learn English. They had to go to a college or a top university, and most of the time these universities come from America. So America has heavy pride just because it's pretty much the world's superpower right now, and that's why the Lord got to bring it down.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 16.
18.
Proverbs 16, 18 through 20.
That was the first scripture, yep.
Oh, this is the G&T version.
Okay, yeah.
It said, pride leads to destruction and arrogance to downfall.
That's right.
It is better to be humble and stay poor than to be one of the arrogant and get shared of their loot. Pay attention to what you are taught, and you will be successful. Trust in Yahweh, and you will be happy.
If you're proud, you tend to disregard any advice anyone has to tell you. Oh, I don't need to hear that. I already know. I'm already smart. I'm already intelligent. Now you're not going to receive any more further knowledge just because you think you're already at the top. You can always excel more. Anytime you think you're strong, there's someone stronger than you. You think you're smart, there's someone smarter than you. You think you're nice at basketball, there's someone that can play the sport better than you. There's always going to be someone or something that's better than the other. That's why the world, Lord, made it where the universe balances itself out. You can't think yourself higher than others. You can't be a diplomat. You got to remember that there's different skills. That's why in 1 Corinthians 12, it talks about the different gifts. That's what makes a church, that's a holy church. That's what makes a holy church run. These different brothers might be better at different things. Like one would be good at technology, one would be good at remembering scriptures, one would be good at, putting things together, like feast days. So you think yourself, oh, I'm better than you. I'm the captain. You can't anoint yourself that. The Lord has to give that to you.
Yeah, even Jordan realized that he needed help. The great ability that the Most High gave him, his name is Michael Jordan, and Hebrew is Maka'Allah.
Yeah.
He is like God. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's able to hang in the air for a couple of seconds.
He's like the greatest of all time. Yeah.
He's the greatest of all time. Before him was Dr. J.
Yeah.
Dr. J was a bad man. But to win a championship, you need a team. Right? You need a team. He needed Dennis Rodman to get those rebounds,
right,
or to be on the defense. He needed Scottie Pippen, a right-hand man. Even Batman realized he needed Robin. Yeah, he can do it by himself, but that pressure is relieved when you got a right-hand man, like Batman. Like Robin or Nightwing.
Yeah.
Right? Even sometimes Catwomen, they team up.
Yeah, they'll team up. Yeah, they did in the movie. Yeah.
That's why Justice League was formed. Right? Yeah, Justice League was formed. Especially Justice League, when you watch the cartoon, they had 3 series. Justice League Crisis. Right? Superman couldn't do it by himself. They need to form an alliance to get the villain at that time was the Monitor, when they was absorbing planets.
That's right.
Needed a team.
Iron Man realized the same thing. You're smart, create these suits, but this villains is just way mightier than you can't defeat. But in the cartoon, he was like, we gotta come together. You got the heavy hitters, you got Thor, you got Hulk, and you got the leadership role, which is Captain America. And you have these different abilities that come together and just makes a fist. And so it can't just be one man alone. I'm gonna read the other sins before we get more scriptures. Greed. Greed is a desire for and love of possessions. So, greed could be like where you just want to constantly eat. You don't got no discipline. You already had 2 pizzas. Now you're going for some burger and wings. That could be greed, or it could be for the love of money. Yeah, you could be a workaholic, you know, work 2-3 jobs, but you know, what about other stuff in life? What about family? What about your health? You know, you want that money so much that you destroy yourself to get that money because you want to see, you know, 5,000, 8,000, $1 million in your bank account. If you're chasing money, that can lead to your downfall. And money can also lead to pride. So a lot of these sins, they actually correlate with each other. When you do one sin, you end up doing another one. That's why in James it says that when you break one commandment, you're guilty of all. If you break one commandment, then you just have this idea that, hey, I didn't keep this commandment, I was fine. That means I don't got to keep this. And then it just becomes a domino effect. The next one is wrath. Wrath means uncontrolled feelings of hatred or rage. Yeah, so wrath is, the scripture said, be angry and sin not, be angry and sin not, let not the sun go down upon your wrath, right? So yeah, being angry is a natural human emotion. You know, there's gonna be times where something might piss you off, but it's how you control that anger and how you utilize that emotion. That's what makes it powerful. You could be angry and use that anger to do boxing. You could be angry and use that anger to hit the gym, to work out. You know, you got to utilize that emotion. So wrath could be a sin if it's used in the wrong way. Like, for instance, having a smart mouth, arguing, or fighting somebody at your job because they piss you off. You know, if somebody piss you off at work, you know, maybe just go to the bathroom real quick, cool down. You know, if it's that type of job that has that leniency, say it's an emergency, you got to go home or something. Don't let that anger destroy your job. You were ready to make it so much an hour. Now you lost your job because you had to fight somebody. Like, come on. You know, you got something.
Yeah, being angry, you know, angry, right? Angry is a form of emotions, right? This one said the verse means that while it's okay to be angry, it's important not to sin in the process. Right? You can be angry at somebody, and also you put a 9mm. They had an argument in the bar, which happened in Baltimore. Right? They had a 46 years old guy with a 24 years old guy. They had a confrontation in the bar. They pull out their guns outside. You know, I think 24 got a couple of bullets in them, but the 24 years old shot him right in the head. So the 46 years old could have been avoided. Yeah. But you sinned, right? You was angry, but you sinned by killing another man. And the 46 years old left 2 girls, and his oldest son was 29, left them behind. You know what I'm saying? Because you couldn't control your emotions.
Yeah, he shot a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
So he let someone almost, 2 decades younger than him piss him off.
Yeah, so the 24 years old fighting for his life. And if he does make it, he going straight to prison. Right? It said, be discerning, check that you're not angry at things that God hates. Right? Be righteous. Righteous anger is governed by love. Slow to express and act swiftly when necessary. Practice. It takes constant practice to be angry and not sin. Yeah, you're going to get in your emotions. Sometimes it's best to walk away. Or maybe watch a show that you love, a comedy show, whatever the case might be. Or first of all, go in the scriptures. You know, we all got emotions, right? So, but we got to know how to control our emotions, especially on this side.
Yeah, any emotion actually can be utilized in a positive way. Like fear is actually a natural instinct that keeps you alive. Like you see a spider, your body has a natural reaction like, oh shoot, that's dangerous. That's fear right there. But at the same time, Lord says He's not giving us a spirit of fear. Fear can keep you back. Like, you know, you have a fear that you're not going to be able to pass the test. So you don't even try to attempt to do the test just because you're afraid that you're not going to be able to pass it.
That's right.
You know, or you're afraid to come out and do the work, or you're afraid to teach somebody. You feel like they're going to, you know, reject what you got to say. You never know. You never know what someone's thinking. They might just accept it. Or you don't want to go to a job interview. You're afraid they're going to decline you because you think there's people that's better for that road than you are. You never know what you're capable of until you try. So don't let fear hold you back.
That's right.
Or, you know, someone that's big, like 300 pound for, you know, they might not want to go to the gym because you feel like people are going to judge you. How they go? Even if they judge you, aren't you going to the gym to make yourself a better person? You go on that treadmill to lose that weight. So by you being afraid, you're just never going to lose it because you're afraid what other people's going to think of you. Like, no. You know, you got to overcome, you know, what's keeping you back. The next one is envy. Envy means a sadness or desire for another person's possessions, happiness, talents, or abilities. And anyone...
That's why one of the Lord said, thou shalt not covet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the commandments.
Being
Yeah.
jealous of what your neighbor has.
That's right.
You don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what he had to do to
get there.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
He was probably homeless at one point.
Probably got bills out his fucking ass. You don't know.
Yeah, he's probably paying, he's probably making a lot, but he's also giving a lot right back out, because what people tend to do is when they make more money, they end up putting more bills upon themselves just because they can afford it. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you have to, pay for it.
Yeah, that's what I told my son yesterday. I said, no matter what position you are, and don't worry about the next man position is in, right? Because sometimes, I was in a situation where people make more money than me, but they have to come borrow money from me.
Yeah.
And they make more money than I do. So it's all how you manage your money.
That's true.
If a man can make $20 an hour, another man make $30 an hour, the man that make $30 an hour might be in trouble financially. Because he got over his head. Then he had to go to the man that make $20 an hour to borrow some money from him.
Right.
Because the guy that make $20 an hour know how to manage his money.
Yeah.
So
I also heard on this video a while back that there are millionaires out there that are actually poor.
Yeah.
Because of the luxurious things that they have.
Yeah.
They even though they're making like whatever, $20,000 a week.
Yeah.
But their lifestyle is like they're poor.
Right.
Because all the money's going towards all the luxurious
all the
things.
possessions. Yeah.
it's like MC Hammer, he was making $30 million a year.
Yeah, he gave it all away.
Yeah.
You know how to manage.
Just imagine, right? I mean, honestly, realistically, I wouldn't even do this. But imagine making $1 million, millions, and you live in a one-bedroom apartment. You know how much you would save? You know how much you would save? I wouldn't even do that, but it goes to show you, how much you could save instead of being envious of what other people have. You can have a lot of money and still be envious of what other people have. You got millions, and yet there's still $1 billion out there that got more than you. They got that nice house. I got the money now. Now I'm gonna get myself a nice house. Now you paying high mortgage. Also, being envious can affect you, any one of us, because you're working hard, and then you see some woman online doing OnlyFans. She's making millions. It kind of gets you to that sad, reality a little bit. That side thought process, like, damn, I'm working hard. I'm doing electrical work. Or someone working at McDonald's, someone doing Uber, and they got people out there that's just so lucky, or they got money just like that. But the Lord said, the Lord doesn't want us to be envious over those people, because whatever position you're in that position for a reason.
Yeah, because those OnlyFans chicks that make a lot of money, some make about $50,000 a month.
Yeah.
But they don't have the knowledge of investing their money. They live in that life.
Yeah.
They're going out the country. They're going to Dubai. They're going to Bali. But they're not thinking about investing. And that's why one of the greatest creatures are the ants. Let me get it. This is Proverbs 6:6. Proverbs 6:6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Right? Consider her ways and be wise. Which having no guide, you got to remember, ant don't have no guide, no overseer or ruler. You don't got to go to ant to do this, do that. The queen says so.
He knows. He got the instinct.
The ant already know what to do.
Yeah.
Right? Which having no guide, overseer or ruler, this is Proverbs 6 verse 8, provide her meat in the summer and gather her food in the harvest.
Wow.
You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, so go to the anti-slugger. You can see these insects, these animals. You can learn a lesson from them. The ants are always working, constantly working hard. Not sitting in the house folding their hands or being a couch potato, right? They're always working for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
they gather in the summer.
Yeah.
So in the wintertime,
they're
Gucci.
Good. And I think bears do the same thing. Squirrels do the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
And they're just naturally like that. They don't procrastinate. And it's easy to fall in state of procrastination. I'm gonna do it later. I'll be fine. I'll do it later. I'll pay the bill later. It's easy to fall into that.
Mm-hmm.
We can learn from these animals.
That's right.
Speaking of slugger, I'm glad you brought that out. The next one is gluttony. Gluttony is an abuse of the natural hunger for nourishment. Yeah, so what is that saying? Mommy used to always say, you're supposed to eat to live, you're not supposed to live to eat. You're waking up every day thinking about the thousands of meals you're going to eat, or what snacks you're going to, unhealthy snacks you're going to put in your body. You got gluttony. You're a glutton. And again, according to proper health, you should eat foods that's going to nourish you for a good amount of hours. You don't need to keep on snacking and grazing, constantly looking for chips or gummies and, you know, Snicker bars. A lot of people have gluttony, don't even realize it. You know, you gotta have a piece of chocolate. You know, you gotta have, you know, some Skittles. Stop putting that stuff in your body. You know, that's why these guys doing vending machine business making so much money, because you're eating all the honey buns. Don't put those nasty honey buns away. You know, put those nasty honey buns away, man. You know, yeah, it feels good. Your dopamine feels good because you're eating something that's tasty, something that tastes good. But you gotta remember, this food is just for nourishment. It's just for you to live. You know, who's a glutton over water? Isn't water just for, you only drink water when you're thirsty, so you should only eat food when you're hungry. It should be the same principle for both. But yet people overeat. You're overeating. You don't need to eat 6 meals a day. What they tell you need breakfast, lunch, or dinner, snack, then you eat dessert. You don't need all that, man.
Don't be a nigga at that table.
Yep. This is Skittles. It has titanium dioxide.
Wow.
Skittle contains titanium dioxide, a chemical used as a whitening agent in foods.
Wow.
Jeez. Titanium dioxide is associated with cancer development after inhalation exposures. It said, and it may have effect on DNA and gastrointestinal, right, system function. So it'll fuck up your what's that? Your colon.
Yeah.
It'll fuck up your colon. That's why my niece got sick after a while when she was drinking hot Cheetos. It kind of had the similar chemicals, because that chemicals that hot Cheeto has is yellow dye.
Hot chips.
Yellow dye, had different yellow dyes in it, red dyes in it, to make it look that way.
Yeah, I went to Royal Farms on my break the other day, and I was in the mood for some chips. I was gonna get like these jalapeno chips. I looked at the ingredients, had modern sodium. I had to put it back. You know, I just got myself a banana and some plain peanuts. You can't really get nothing in the store nowadays. Like, you want a snack, every snack you look at got like thousands of ingredients in it. Skittles giving people cancer. Like, come on, man. That's why you gotta put that gluttony away.
Yeah, it said brominated vegetable oil, red dye number 3, potassium, bromate from candy and ice cream, cookies, and other baked goods, sodas, and other popular products sold in California. Each of these chemicals has well-documented health risks, including a high risk of cancer, hyperactivity, and behavioral problems, harm to the nervous system, and even damage to our DNA. And that's a funny thing, because I was talking to a teacher how these children are fucking out of water. They can't keep up with these children because they're so hyper.
Yeah.
I remember when we saw a documentary, me and my wife, where they did an experiment on children before they got the sugar. Before they got the sugar, they was beautiful, harmless children.
Yeah.
Then they did an experiment on another group of class when they was giving them processed food and high sugar.
Yeah.
It was uncontrollable.
I think they did the same experiment with mice.
Yeah.
They had like healthy mice, and they give mice sugar. Once they had that sugar, they got like super hyper, and they lost like their cognitive function. So they wasn't even able to maneuver the maze pretty well as they would without the sugar. These mice they're intelligent. You know, they're intelligent. Eating your food, eating your chips. You know, when they get that sugar, it actually makes them, you know, less smart than if they didn't have it. So if that's doing that to mice, yeah, we got bigger bodies and we could digest probably a little better. But just imagine what that's doing to you in the long run. And it's not even just the sugar. You're really just putting a bunch of different chemicals in your body every day. You know, imagine you put all those chemicals in a cup. Isn't it going to create something, you know, pretty dangerous? So you eating it from different products, it's eventually going to create something dangerous in your body. Like diabetes. You know, what's another one? Dementia. These foods affect your brain. What's another one? Cancer.
Are you talking about chemicals?
Yeah,
sugar,
like aspartame, high fructose.
MSG.
No, I was saying what it. What it does to the body.
Oh shit!
Yeah, diabetes.
It'll fuck up your skin.
Yep.
You know,
acne, inflammation.
your information.
Yeah.
Their main goal is to attack your immune system.
Yeah.
Because scientists and doctors know 75% of your immune system is in your colon.
That's right.
That's like a
That's where it
brain too,
starts.
right? It's like a brain also.
Yeah.
So the more you damage the colon, the more they get paid, right? That's why the FDA and the Medical Association, they are in cahoots, right? Even the mortician, even the funeral organization is in cahoots. They get paid too when your ass dies. They get paid coming in this world, and they get paid going out the world.
It's true. Yeah. They got to pay the people to make the body look good too. You know.
So as prevention, it's your job as the man of the Lord, right, to know the unction of all things.
Yeah,
He gave you unction, right? That Pastor Gabbara says, ain't nobody supposed to be obese in this room.
Yeah.
It ain't nobody supposed to be obese.
Yeah.
Pastor Gabbara said that.
The kingdom starts with us, right? So we got to start making better decisions, not just spiritually but physically. And really, truly,
Go ahead.
and really, truly, when you make better physical decisions, it helps you spiritually. Because your spirit dwells in your brain, right, in your pineal gland. So if you make better physical decisions, it's going to help you spiritually. If you help the spiritual, it helps the physical. You know, they both help each other.
That's right.
All right, the next 7 deadly sin and last one is sloth. Sloth means physical laziness or disinterest. I was just talking about spirituality, right? It says physical laziness or a disinterest in spiritual matters. Wow. So when you're slothful, you don't care about the spiritual, right? You're lazy, you know, you're sitting in one spot all day. Yeah, you probably go to work. What are you doing after work? Are you doing anything, any exercise? Are you doing any studying? Are you reading the book before bed? You know, are you drinking the right type of water? Slothful people, slothful and gluttony, it goes in hand with each other. Because this person that's lazy won't cook. They're not going to cook their beans, their rice, their vegetables. They're going to go and get some frozen meal from the Walmart section. They're going to get some candy, some cereal, milk and cereal. That's an easy breakfast to make. It's easy to put cereal and milk in a bowl than it is to make an egg. So when you're slothful, you're not going to try to make better decisions because you're so complacent with what you've been doing all your life. Yeah, if you're eating healthy, some of these kids eating healthy, but their parents cooking for them. The kids themselves probably grow up to not even doing that because they're so used to dad and mom doing it for them. Yeah, you can cook for your children, but after a while, you got to teach your kids how to do it for themselves. Or they're going to grow up not even having that work ethic. That's why it's important to give your children chores. Take out the trash, you know, vacuum, wash the dishes. Because you're going to grow up remembering how to do this stuff, how to wash your own clothes. You know, so the work ethic, it all starts from when you're a child. All right, it starts when you're a child. You want to carry those same good habits as you grow up, and then you're going to teach your children the same thing. So, you know, that's why we're coming out here to bring our people back to the fold, so we can break this wheel that we've been in, this hamster wheel that we've been running in, right? So we can start breaking these bad habits and go to the good habits.
I got you. This is Proverbs in the CEB. Proverbs 20. I start at 11. This is CEB. It says, even young people are known by their actions. Rather, they conduct is pure and upright. Ears to ear and eyes to see. The Lord made them both. Don't love sleep or you will be poor.
Wow.
Stay alert and you will have plenty to eat.
Yeah, so it's the same thing for what you eat when you're hungry, right? So you should sleep when you're tired. You shouldn't sleep and nap as a sport. Unless it's a Sabbath, right? Yeah, you shouldn't sleep as a sport. Oh, I'm lazy, I don't feel like doing it, I'm going to take a nap. Are you really sleeping? You really need to put your body in a state of sleep. If it's not really tired, you can be doing something productive. You can be doing something very productive, right? Sleep is important because that's how your muscles heal. Your muscles heal when you take a little rest day or when you sleep at night. That's when your muscles will come back together stronger. But you know, there's got to be a limit to anything. Just like television. Yeah, you can watch a movie or two, but you seriously gonna watch movies all day, you get into that slothful state. You know, you sitting there binge watching your Netflix shows. You know what? I'm gonna order some food. I don't feel like going out. Come on, man. I mean, honestly, DoorDash and Uber Eats, that should be like the bare minimum. You can't even drive out to go pick up your own food. That's lazy, man.
That's lazy, man.
That's lazy.
Especially Instacart.
Yeah.
You know, when you do
And you can't go get your own
Eats,
groceries?
You go to a supermarket or whatever. Most of the time, they be lazy, fat, mother effers.
They do.
Yeah.
Only time you should probably use DoorDash, like order food out. Maybe you got guests and you can't like step out. You got to entertain your guests. There should be situations like that, but it shouldn't be to the point where you're too lazy to go get your own stuff, or someone who doesn't have a car and the restaurant's like miles away that it can't, get to. Yeah, that makes sense.
People that sustain injuries that probably can't drive at the moment.
Exactly.
That's
order your
understandable.
food. That's understandable. But if you have the ability to go and get your own food, food, it might not even be good for you. So a lot of times I did Uber Eats and DoorDash. A lot of the food comes from Chick-fil-A. A lot of people order from Chick-fil-A. That ain't even good for you. But it's even worse when you can't even go pick it up yourself.
Yeah, this is GNT, Proverbs 13, starting at verse 2. People eat well from the fruits of their words, but the treacherous have an appetite only for violence. People who watch their mouth guard their lives, but I'm getting to the point. Number 4, the lazy have strong desire, but receive nothing. But those...
Yeah, like, you got to... lazy. Read that one more time, please.
It said...
that's the scripture.
The lazy have strong desire, but receive nothing.
I want to do cheerleading. I want to be a dancer. I want to do boxing. I want to do that. But as you're saying that, you're scoffing down a soda and some burgers, right? So go do it. Like Shia LaBeouf said. He said, just do it.
Yeah.
Right? So you got all this ambition, but you can't move your legs to go and get it.
It said people who the lazy have strong desires, but receive nothing. And the appetite of the diligent is satisfied.
Right. So, if you're diligent, it's satisfying. When you're diligent in something, like for instance, whatever that career might be, you want to be a plumber, electrician, or to be diligent in this word, your appetite is satisfying because you're actually diligent in doing what you wanted to do. You're actually putting the work in, teaching yourself the career or the path that you want to be in. Right? So anything you got to be diligent, and I think comes easy. If everything was easy, this world wouldn't be interesting. Even building a Lego set, like you got to put thought into that. Okay, this piece goes to that piece. Putting a puzzle together. This Bible is a puzzle. This parables that you got to put together. You realize that a lot of these sins fall in with each other. Gluttony falls in with sloth, right? Honestly, being envious could fall in with wrath. Like someone got something that you want so bad, you start getting angry when you see them because they got more than you. Then it falls into wrath, right? So, like I said, when you do one sin, that sin's gonna lead to another one.
This is the last one. Okay, hold on a second.
They got scriptures that lined up too. So.
Okay.
How was that?
This is Proverbs 10 on the GNT, verse 3. The Lord would not let good people go hungry, but he will keep the wicked from getting what they want. Being lazy will make you poor, but hard work will make you rich.
Yeah, make you poor. You live in your dad and mom's house at the age of 30, eating up all their food. You can't even go get your own job for yourself. You peaked in high school, you was probably a jock in high school, and then after that you had no ambition. Maybe you got rejected by the NFL. So now you're in your parents' house eating their food. You don't even got your own car. You probably don't even know how to drive. You're so lazy you won't even try to get your own license. It's people like that. They won't even try to drive.
I got you. Verse 26. Never get a lazy person to do something for you.
It ain't never gonna get done.
He will be irritating as vinegar on your teeth or smoke in your eyes.
Yeah.
Smoke is one of the most irritating things there is.
Yeah.
When you grilling,
and
that you light up that fire, and that smoke come, and when you open the grill, and that smoke come in your face. It's irritating as a lazy man doing you a favor. Don't ever ask a lazy man to do you a favor. It will never get fucking done.
Ain't gonna get done.
Hey man, you fix the TV yet? I got you next time, man.
Yeah, next week.
I got you next week.
Yeah.
Next week come around, he give you some excuse. He was sitting there the whole time. Could have been have done it.
Yeah, because I had a girl in my car. My car was in the mechanic. She said, my car been there for months. The nigga always telling me next week. I said, sis, we get your car out of there. You get your car out of there. You don't give a damn, sis.
Yeah.
If you put a down payment?
Yeah, you already got his bread.
Yeah. Don't ever get a lazy man. Don't depend on him. Don't depend on him.
Yeah. Hey, well, yeah.
It's not gonna get done.
Hey, you gotta go out and get you yourself. Let's go back to pride. Let's go to. I gotta get a few scriptures for each sin. And I'm glad that you already brought some of them out. You go to James 4:6.
James 4:6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he says, Yahweh resists the proud, but he gives grace unto the humble.
Yeah, he gives grace to the humble. And sometimes when you're like you're not even really worried about money or whatever, money comes to you. You know, comes to you. Maybe maybe that's not a good example, but when you're humble, when you're down to earth, God does things for you. You're down to earth. You know, but you feel like you're mightier than others and you're better. He's going to withhold your blessings. He's not going to give you as much as someone that's, humble and actually doesn't have a proud heart. If Solomon asked for, what did he ask for? Knowledge. He asked for understanding and wisdom. The Lord gave him riches. Then he gave him earthly things. Because Solomon wanted something way higher than earthly things. It was something spiritual. He asked for something good. He didn't ask, and he asked for wisdom and knowledge so he could judge people righteously. So he wasn't just asking for himself. He was asking for the people. So being proud is synonymous with being selfish. Being humble is synonymous with being selfish. You care about others. You make sure other people are good before you're good. Someone's cold, you give them the jacket before you even have a jacket for yourself. Let's go to 1 Peter 5:5. We're bringing like 2 scriptures for each sin, pretty much.
1 Peter 5:5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourself unto the elder. Yea, all of you, be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility, for Yahweh resists the proud, and give grace to the humble.
Yeah, so you gotta listen to the elders. They were doing it way before you. Whether it's we're talking about the scriptures, whether it's a trade, college, obviously the elder gotta know what he's talking about. He's got the experience. He does his studies. So you gotta put away your pride and listen. Yeah, you can do your own study. Sometimes there's always gonna be somebody that has at least one point or something that you didn't know. There's gonna be something that you didn't know yet. There's always more to learn. Always.
Yeah, it's like me and him had a discussion yesterday. I sent him a couple of videos or whatever. And he said, Dad, you should already know, but just because they're young, that means you can learn something from them, because something might have went over my head or something that I might not be doing right. So it's good to get some refreshing pointers. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Got those shoes.
Those
ones I got.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That would make you a better man. You understand?
Yeah.
Especially dealing with relationships. I always find out how I can make my relationship better. And if it's something that could convicted me, I would send it to my boy. I said, check this out. Make your relationship better too.
And a good example of humility is when Yahushua, he watched Peter's feet, I think.
Yeah, he watched.
Yahushua's way greater. He could do anything.
Yep.
Yet he still served others. Being humble is when you're in a great point in your life and you still stoop down to serve others that are, are lower than you. So yeah, that's a good example of humility in scripture.
He said, this is get straight to the point. This is the NIV, John 13. It said, he came to Simon Peter, who said to him, Lord, are you going to wash my feet? Jesus replied, you do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand. No, said Peter, you will never wash my feet. Yahushua answered, unless I wash you, you have no part with me. And the Lord, Simon Peter replied, not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well.
Yes, he's like, if you're going to do that, get my hands as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How shall I answer? Those who have had bathed need to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean. And you are clean, though not every one of you. For he knew who was going to betray them. And that was why he said, not everyone was clean. So about their spirit.
That's right.
And that was Judas, right?
Yeah, so it's like a spiritual thing as well,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So it's like he showed humility. He's also like cleaning in the spiritual way.
Come on. And this is where Ephesians come in. Let me get that scripture real quick. Ephesians 5:26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word.
That's spiritual baptism. When you put your evil doings away, you put those bad habits away, you start putting on good habits. It's like in the morning, like the first thing you should do is like drink some tea or water. That's a good habit to have. Not go straight to the fridge and eat that leftover pizza you had. That's like the last thing you want to put in your body in the mornings. Good habit is reading, working out, praying, or just having the Lord in your mind all day. A good habit is putting your earpods away. Like there's people that have their earpod in one of their ears all day. I don't know how they do it. I can't do it myself. Like I start getting a headache when you have those earpods in. You overloading your body with dopamine, your brain with dopamine, because you're listening. Damn, I'm falling apart. You listening to all this unholy music at your work shift. I talked to this eat of mine. He said he listens to audiobooks. I might start doing that at work. Edifying yourself is a good habit to have.
Oh, yeah. Your wife got back into that.
Yeah, you gotta do the audio Bible. Right?
Audio Bible.
Yeah. But you can also do audiobooks as well. Like learn some science, some math, or whatever when you're at your workplace. Instead of listening to all this rap all day,
Mm-hmm.
You say you listen to rap, you're like, oh, they gotta put that away. Like,
yep.
There's only so much of your spirit could take. It helps the flesh, but you gotta have a limit to that.
Right.
All right, let's go to Proverbs 14:30.
Watch this beat, boy. Why does the beat always come around?
Probably smells sweet.
Proverbs what?
Smells sweet.
No, Proverbs what?
14:30. So now we're bringing out two scriptures for envy. I gotta start bringing my water bottle out here.
Proverbs 14, verse 30. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bone.
Yeah.
NIV.
Okay, that's still good, right? So, when you have a peace
Read
of
it
mind.
again. A heart at peace gives life to the body,
That's right.
but envy rots the bone.
Yes, when your heart's at peace, your mind is at peace with where you are in life. It gives life to your body. You're not worrying too much. You're not stressing out. That stress destroys you.
That's right.
When you look at what other people got, you're envious of what they got, it starts stressing you out. It starts rotting your bones. Honestly, kind of physically, you start feeling weak. Like, damn, I don't got what they got. You start worrying about what other people got, it destroys you. Right? Then you get to that worry state, like, dang, I could have a better job right now. I'd be doing a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, you can sit down.
Go to James 3:16.
No matter what, man, no matter what lessons come out here in the highways and byways, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua got to come out.
Right.
You can't be ranting half the hour and not bring out those scriptures.
You start repeating yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it start becoming just you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Lord don't want us to rant and rant and rant without bringing His word. He said, "Isn't my word like fire?
Fire.
Break him in pieces."
Yeah. The
Right?
fires are purified.
What verse you said again?
What did I say?
James 3, verse 16.
16. Yeah.
Okay. James 3, verse 16. It said, NIV, for where you have envy and selfish ambition, There you find disorder in every evil practice.
That's right. Yeah, so where there's jealousy, there's gonna be disorder.
Yeah, you just this person, this person.
And that happens a lot in churches, right? In church. There's a lot of jealousy in church.
Yeah.
Shit. Mommy jealous over, whatever dress she has and what car he's driving. Church is the last place jealousy should be at. It should be a holy place.
I forgot to get out of school.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that earlier. It's crazy. They get out of school, they go straight to America's Best instead of going home to a home cooked meal.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They go to Little Caesars, America's Best, trying to scrape up money for that.
Why they out of school this time?
Probably smoking weed in the corners.
It's early.
High school,
Yeah,
seniors. Seniors get out early.
Oh, it's seniors?
Yeah.
I know some seniors.
Well, I
get out early.
have release time. I got out
Yeah,
at
they probably
11.
got early release or
I
something.
got out at 11. Still, that was nice. All right, Rav.
They go straight to McDonald's.
Yeah.
They go straight to Mickey D.
Yeah, 'cause
Yo,
Mama-
McDonald's makes a lot of money,
Yeah.
yo.
Mama at home probably not cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. This McDonald's makes a
That's just
lot
an
of money.
assumption.
Oh, yeah.
It's Friday too, so they definitely going to fast food. It's
Yeah.
Friday because a lot of mothers don't cook on Friday.
That's true.
Some of them don't cook at all.
Yeah, Mom probably sending money for the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Got something.
Let's go to Proverbs 15:1 for Rav. Mommy used to always bring this picture out. Oh, man.
And my mom used to give it to. She used to tell me that.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
Especially the kind of job I do, it really works, yo.
Yeah.
Because driving, man, if you're driving, you argue with somebody, it'll fuck up your whole day, really and truly.
Yeah.
It'll fuck up your whole day.
We know somebody that argued with somebody like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's up? Yeah. That's right. How you doing? You follow Israelites online?
Shalom, my brother.
I watched I'm a follower of Christ.
Okay. So you're a Christian then?
Follower of Christ.
Okay. No religion, nothing.
I mean, it's a religion, but it's like,
No. The Bible's not about religions. It's about laws, statutes,
right.
commandments. That's,
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
the
saying?
Bible's
Yeah,
about.
that's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So I
okay.
believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's what I believe.
Okay.
I just watched the video, so that's why I didn't mean like this.
Yeah.
Well, get more into it, all right, my brother? Get more into it. All right, it's nice meeting you, bro. All right, bro. All right, you too, bro.
You too.
Proverbs 15, verse 1.
Yep.
A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
That's self-explanatory. So,
Yeah.
arguing with somebody, they all angry and you calm. Honestly, it's gonna cool off that fire. That fire's gonna dwindle down. If you're giving them soft words. Like, for instance, someone's mad or whatever, you ask them, okay, what's wrong? How we gonna fix this? But if you angry with them, it's gonna lead to more anger. Now you might end up fighting. That's why I feel like when you're super angry, you might just walk away. Yeah.
The tongue of the wise use knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools pour out
Yeah, they
foolishness.
pour out foolishness.
Woo!
They're gonna say every negative thing in that argument. They're not even making no sense after a while. You're just saying anything. Just to prove a point that's not even real.
Yeah, just like the 46 years old that was in a bar, got killed by 24 years old.
They was probably arguing over something
I'm
simple.
like, really? Yo, you over 40. You're supposed to have a knowledge to avoid a crazy
You should have a
motherfucker.
cool head.
Yeah, you should have a cool head.
Yeah.
What you've been through in your life?
Remember what happened with my sister?
Jeez.
60-year-old?
Yes.
Oh yeah, perfect example.
Wisdom don't always come with age.
That's right.
That's true.
Man,
Some people don't ever grow up.
young knuckleheads out here. Like a quarter of these kids that coming out of high school is strapped. You're a knucklehead. Why the fuck 46-year-old argue with a youth?
Yeah. Waste of time.
These youths don't value life, yo.
Yeah.
A lot of them ain't grow up with a father in the house.
They don't value
And their
life.
mother's hardly there.
They don't value
They
knowledge.
don't value life.
Yeah. You don't value knowledge, you don't value life. Because if you don't care about wisdom, if you don't care about God, you really don't care about your life. Because the Lord gave you that life. You don't care about what you came from, He gave you that breath. You got issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, soft word always turn away wrath. Someone's getting pissed off. You can tell someone's getting irritated. That's when you either you know, maybe give them their space, or you try to say some positive words to uplift their spirit. You know, if you're negative with them, it's just not going to get nowhere.
This is verse 5, dude. G and T. It is foolish to ignore what your parents taught you. It is wise to accept their correction.
Yeah, it's wise to accept your parents' correction. Even if you think your parents wrong, but you know, me being a child by 22 now, but still, you know, still I could be rebellious myself. And you know, when you cool down, you realize, okay, you know, my dad and mom's making some sense with what they say. You know, so,
Yeah, so sometimes, you know, children, you know, we went through what they went through. You know what I'm saying? They act like we came out our mother vagina at the age of 40. Hello, I'm here.
yeah,
Fuck out of here, like.
that's funny.
Yeah, we was 1 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old.
Yeah.
We was once our teens.
Yeah.
We was there. We was once in our 20s.
That's right.
You know, so of course I'm listening to my parents. You know, they know the value of life, and they survived this long. So of course you're gonna, you know, take their advice.
That's right.
You know.
The Romans 12:19.
Mm-hmm. They said, "Do not despise this course of the elder."
That's
what
right.
the
That's
scripture
right.
said.
8 and 8.
Yeah. Sister Rock.
Yeah, what did I say? Romans 12:19.
Romans 12, verse 19. It said, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says Yahweh."
Vengeance is the Lord. Somebody piss you off, but you're gonna go try to shoot them. They piss you off. Now your whole life is over. Now you end up in jail. You end up in prison for life. You had to take somebody's life. You know.
Be not sorry.
But the scripture says, "Who that killed a sword must be killed the sword." If you killed a man, the Lord's gonna get you for that, because you let wrath take over. Yeah.
17. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all
He
men.
pissed me off. I'm gonna go pop his tires. You know, you just adding more negativity to the situation. Now, what happens when he find out you pop his tires? Now he gonna go for you. He gonna do something evil towards you. So, like I said, someone piss you off, let the Lord handle it. The Lord's gonna deal with it. Yeah.
Be not, verse 21, Salakia. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't tell my parents this Edomite pissed me off at work. I ended up, having to go home that day. Next day I came to work, me and him start talking again. We, made peace with him. Find out that same day, him and this girl got in a fight. His girl whooped him. I didn't even have to do nothing.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Scratched his nose and everything.
Good.
Imagine if I was to fight him.
You know what?
Yeah, he beat him. Yeah. And him and this girl got a little altercation, whatever. It was even a toxic relationship. But the point is, what I'm trying to say is,
The Lord fought your battle for you.
yeah, the Lord fought my battle for me. The Lord would get them in their own time. So leave it to the Lord's hand, and don't let the wrath control you. You could honestly wrath is not even just physically fighting. It's just saying something. It's just verbally abusing someone. You probably messed with somebody's day because you said something nasty to them. Now they having a bad day. That's probably the last thing they needed was somebody saying something negative towards them. And you so pissed off, you got to take your anger out on them because your life isn't going well.
Romans 12:18. I think I read it earlier.
Yeah,
If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all.
Oh yeah, you didn't read that. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, live peaceably with all men. So even with the Edomites, you at work, make peace with them. Sometimes our anger gets the best of us. If you said something that you got a little argument, go ahead and apologize. Even if you wasn't even on the wrong, that's the hardest thing to do is like make peace with somebody, even though they still kind of wrong. But you don't want that tension there. Just go ahead and apologize if you have to, just to keep that peace.
That's why David was one of the baddest warrior in the history of the Bible, because David was humble, yo.
That's right.
He was humble. He had a chance to kill Saul, right? And his man had a chance to keep Saul. What he said, touch He said, touch not the Lord's anointed.
That's right.
And he could have killed Saul, right? So he had love and respect for Saul. And when one of the prophets came in David's face, two of his men were going to kill him. I think Shemai, something like that, the prophet. He said, no, hold back.
Yeah, hold back.
This is the message from the Lord. Right? So David, not only he was a mighty warrior, but he was a humble dude.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we just read Psalms. You know, he cried too. You know. So sometimes the most gentle is the most men that suffer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, they suffer throughout their life and they become the most gentle men on the planet. And just like when you see fictitious warriors in the comic books and so on, like Incredible Hulk, he could be gentle.
Yeah.
But shit, he can destroy a planet if he wants to.
Yeah.
You understand? What else? Damn, I had one character in my mind too.
Superman. I mean, Superman.
Superman could be gentle.
Yeah.
He could break Lois as a twig.
Yeah.
Shit. He could break Lois like that. Snap her. You know.
And he was bench pressing like quintillions of tons in comics. He could easily destroy planets, and you know, he can go from one part of the universe to the other in a matter of seconds. And yet he chooses to help others.
Yeah.
You know, he chooses to save the cat out of the tree.
That's right.
The greater you are, the more humble you gotta be.
That's right.
Yeah.
Great power comes great responsibility.
That's right.
Two scriptures for Swab. Let's go to
2 Thessalonians 3 and 10. I wanted to bring out scriptures from each of 10, but you did bring some out for the others.
Really?
There's 1 o'clock now.
Second Thessalonians 10.
Yeah.
2 Thessalonians 3 verse 10. It said, for even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
It's plain and simple. Yeah, that was about slob. So yeah, if you don't work, you're not going to eat. You got to work for your daily bread. You know, even though it's like, it's grievous sometimes you're going to call out. You know you got some bills coming up, go to work. You know, when you go to work, you start feeling like you can get through it. Like, damn, imagine if I would have called out. You could have been home doing nothing.
Yeah.
You could have been making some money. You know, unless you got a reason, sometimes you got to leave work. Like, you know, you probably got to get something done on your car. You know, stuff happens, but you know, always have a productive spirit is a spirit that's idle. It's idle. Idleness is the devil's playground.
And once in a while, you need a me time, yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you need to call off from work and just have a me time, like, you know.
Right. And it shouldn't be done where it's being done every week. Taking 2 days off every week, you ain't gonna make nothing.
No husband around, no children around, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a me time.
Yeah. Yeah, little cocoon time.
No little daughter around.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that. A me time. Me day.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah. 7 deadly sins, right?
The 7 deadly sins, yeah.
All right.
So we give all praises
Yeah.
to Yahweh,
Hashem,
Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Yahushua, you know, Malawaf,
Babal.
Babal, right,
Malawaf,
2/3,
wicked.
the opposite community.
Shalom.